Hi, my name is Amariah Condon, and you're watching Beyond Saugus. You might think I'm in the mountains of New Hampshire. I'm actually in Stoneham, Massachusetts, here to take you on a wonderful tour of the winter animals at Stone Zoo. So put on your hats, your gloves, and your boots, and come take a walk with me. Hi, my name is Amariah Condon. I'm traveling to exciting locations around the greater Boston area, and I'm bringing my camera with me. There are many paths to a meaningful sense of the natural world. Native Americans have many coyote stories. Sometimes the coyote is the hero, sometimes the mischief maker. A Sioux legend says that when the world was young, people were hungry. Even though great herds of buffalo roamed the plains, the hunters could not get near them. Coyote felt sorry for the people, so he kicked sand into the buffalo's eyes. From that day on, the buffalo could not see clearly, and the hunters were able to get close enough to hunt them, so the people were not hungry anymore. Coyote have been evolving and adapting for 2 million years. There are 19 subspecies of coyotes, and all belong to the dog family. Although coyotes resemble dogs in many ways, the coyote's legs are longer and thinner than a dog's, and its feet are smaller. Coyotes do not retract their claws, so its tracks usually include claws as well as toes, 4 toes on the hind feet, 5 toes on the front. It can walk 13 miles per hour or gallop up to 30 miles an hour. Coyotes have a keen sense of smell, acute hearing, and sharp eyesight. The most remarkable thing about coyotes is their voice. Coyotes can bark, yip, growl, wail, yell, howl, and even, according to biologists, sing bass, soprano, or tenor. A coyote concert usually begins at dusk and may continue long after moonrise. Coyotes recognize each other's voices and may howl to warn each other, to say they found food, or to ask for help. Yaks are found in the mountains of Central Asia. The yak is an herbivore, so it grazes on grasses, herbs, and wild flowers. The yak has more than one stomach, which it uses to benefit from plant nutrients. Their firm, dense horns help them break through snow, where they can access the plants buried beneath, while their long, shaggy hair keeps them warm and dry. Both male and female reindeer have antlers. The females use their antlers to defend winter feeding areas after working to clear that area of packed snow. Males clash antlers in ritual sparring to demonstrate their strength. With feet made for climbing, mountain goats enjoy the safety of high, rocky ledges far, far away from predators such as lynx and coyotes. The bald eagle was named the national symbol of America in 1782. A skilled hunter, it feeds on fish. The bald eagle builds its eyrie near water in a tree as high up as 150 feet, and it can weigh up to 1,000 pounds. Each year, the bald eagle returns to its eyrie, adding more sticks. The primary food source of Canada lynx is snowshoe hares. The lynx's large feet and speed easily match the hares. Lynx have short, black-tipped tails and ears with tufts of hair that are as long as the ears themselves. Gibbon species each have their own song, which is made up of long, loud calls. They sing each morning for half an hour to identify their territory. Male and female pairs sing complicated duets to strengthen their relationship. I'm here with Pete Costello, and he's assistant curator at Zoo New England, and we're here at Stone Zoo, and he's going to talk about the wolves and the snow leopards that they have here.
I went to University of New Hampshire. I have a degree in animal science. I actually studied poultry. thinking chickens were in my future. And I grew up down the street and just happened to apply for a job right when I got out of college, and I've been here ever since. So I just hit 27 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's a great job. I look forward to coming to work every day.
We're here at the Mexican Gray Wolf exhibit.
Yep.
Could you tell me a little about them?
Yeah, so we have 5 male wolves. They're all brothers. They came to us from the Oklahoma City Zoo. They were actually born at a wild canid center in St. Louis. And they are now 9 years old, which is about middle age for Mexican gray wolves. And it's interesting having an all-male pack because usually you'll have packs of mixed sexes, but all-male packs work out really well because the males are always trying to kind of be top dog, so there's a lot of interaction. I won't say fighting because they really don't fight a lot. It's very interesting. A lot of behaviors, you'll see a lot of tail posturing. The dominant animal, or the alpha, will always carry his tail up. Now, not necessarily straight up in the air. You will occasionally see it straight up in the air, especially during some bouts of aggression or, fighting, if you want to call it that. But most of the time, it's going to be about half to about maybe a quarter up. And all the rest of them will be down. And if it's a really subordinate animal, it's actually going to be tucked between its legs. So a lot of times when the wolves see me, because they see the staff as the alpha, they will actually tuck their tails right between their legs when they see us. But they also play a lot, so it's kind of deceiving because if they come running down the hillside and all 5 of their tails are up, that's play behavior. And usually the more dominant animal will kind of lead the pack and they'll kind of follow each other, especially in the snow because it really helps them. They kind of have their tracks that they follow. We participate in the Mexican Gray Wolf Species Survival Plan. We abbreviate it SSP. Which is an organized breeding plan. All of the Mexican gray wolves in captivity are owned by U.S. Fish and Wildlife, and the SSP manages the population. And Mexican gray wolves were technically extinct in the wild. They pulled in the last few Mexican gray wolves. They started a captive breeding program, and I'm pretty sure we're over 100 wolves that have been put back in the wild now. So it's a really great program. We actually had 2 of our males that were born here in 2005 that are now at a pre-release site in Mexico. They probably won't be released to the wild, but their offspring will. So it's really cool that we participate in the program. Mexican gray wolves probably going to live late teens. So like I said, these guys are probably middle age right now. Usually captivity, we can usually about double their lifespan. Only because they don't really have to hunt for food. We provide food for them. We also vaccinate them. They get semi-annual vet checks to clean their teeth off, stuff like that wild animals are not going to get. So they will live a lot longer in captivity. Zoo New England joined the Mexican Wolf SSP in 1998. Originally we started with a pack of 3 females. 2 of them were sisters, 1 was unrelated. And we were kind of a test to see how unrelated females would get along, and surprisingly, they don't. Most of the year they get along fine. During the breeding season, there was a lot of aggression, a lot of fighting, so we had to separate the unrelated female. And normally, Mexican gray wolves, the pack consists of an extended family group, so it's multiple litters of pups. As the pups mature, the alpha pair would kind of chase them out to form their own packs. So in captivity, we don't have space for that. So then the SSP recommended that we sent the 4 females and the adult, so the mother, to the Utica Zoo in New York, and we kept the 4 males, and then the adult male was sent to a pre-release site in Mexico. Then a few years later, it was decided that they wanted to send 2 of the brothers that we had also to different pre-release sites in Mexico. And they were obviously separated, then introduced to their mates, and as far as I know, at least one of them has bred since then.
When the wolves howl, are there different types of howls for communication, or is it just for meeting?
No, it's actually a different form of communication. They will howl, and that kind of strengthens the pack bond because one animal will start howling and all the others will join in kind of like a chorus. But that also will let other wolves know that you have a pack of wolves in their territory. They tend to howl a lot more during the breeding season, which right now we are in the breeding season for wolves. Different species of wolves have different howls. So these guys, it's a very quiet howl. It's not like a timber wolf. So it's really interesting.
Would you like to howl for us?
No, I don't howl and I don't sing. A lot of the behaviors you see with domestic dogs, you'll see with wolves. In terms of, a lot of people will say intelligence, it's really difficult to measure intelligence in wild animals. Wolves have to be smart. They have to catch their own prey, where dogs don't. So behavior-wise, it's exactly the same. From tail wagging to just body posture, showing their teeth, doing some of the yawns. A lot of people, when they see dogs yawn or wolves yawn, they think it means they're tired, but that can also be a threat. So it's really important. There's a big threat yawn that they do, and it's kind of funny. These guys don't do it that often, but occasionally you'll see it. So here we are at Stone Zoo in front of the snow leopard exhibit. Pretty exciting times here. We recently introduced our pair of snow leopards. We have Kira, the female. She is 4.5 years old. Harry, the male, is 10 years old. He's up on the hillside. We are putting the snow leopards together because it's part of a SSP recommendation. So they tell us who to breed, when to breed. They us with the snow leopards. So it's been a really good introduction. We've had multiple breedings, and as you can see, they definitely get along.
A snow leopard's fur is 3 inches thick. The tail serves many purposes, including a balanced equalizer, and it contributes to the snow leopard's agility. Because the fur on the face and head of the snow leopard is not as thick as other parts of its body, when sleeping, the leopard covers its nose with its thick tail.
Here at Stone Zoo, we actually have quite a few animals that are out in the winter and very active in the winter. Snow leopards, great example of that. They're found in areas that are very cold. They can actually handle the cold really well. The Mexican gray wolves that we saw, they stay out all year round. They're very, very active in the winter. We also have Arctic fox, Canada lynx, reindeer, and we also have a yak here at Stone Zoo that are all out all winter long.
Thank you very much, Peter. It was a wonderful time. Thank you for your time.
Okay, it was great meeting you.
Thanks for watching this episode of Beyond Saugus. Come out to visit the zoo on a nice sunny day after a fresh snowfall to see the winter animals in their natural habitat. They're just beyond Saugus.
Oh, do you want us standing crooked so it's straight on camera?
Come out to visit the Stone Zoo on a nice summer day.